again, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here again after a long time. So in the previous video we have studied about the chapter called evolution, right? So in the last video we have studied only about the how the earth was there, or the primitive stage of the earth in case of the Big Bang theory, right? So we know that in before, like, we have studied that about the Big Bang theory and also the primitive stage of the earth. So in that time we know that how the earth was formed and the age of the earth. So we know that the universe was formed about 20 billion years ago. In the same way, the earth was formed around 4.5 billion years ago, and exactly the life was formed about 4 billion years ago. So these all are the approximately estimated by the scientist. So we don't know what's the accurate. So in the last video we have studied about the Big Bang theory, and we know what are the conditions were there in case of that stage. So we know that the temperature was very high. So in case of Big Bang theory we have studied about the where the fireball got exploded and the whole universe was formed, right? So we know that the temperature was very high, and also there was no presence of the oxygen in the primitive stage of the earth. So there were only lighter gases like helium, hydrogen, ammonia and methane were present. And also UV rays were the only energy sources which were used for the photochemical reaction. So we have studied the Big Bang theory, and in this video we are going to study some more interesting theories which are given by some of the scientists and also the thinkers. So in that, today we are going to study the first theory, that is the theory of special creation. What is that? The theory of special creation. So this theory states that the life got originated by the creator. So who is the creator? So creator is nothing but the God. This theory states that all the living things, they got originated only from the God. In the sense, God created these all the living things. So for example, according to the Bible, so we all know the holy book of the Christians, where in Bible the chapter called Genesis, in that it is stated that a first man called Adam and the first woman called Eve. So the first man Adam and the first woman Eve, these both male and female, they were created by the God, and they were later shifted or transferred into the earth, and later thereafter the life got continued to develop. And also in case of, according to the Hindu mythology also, according to Hindu mythology, we can see where the Hindu believe that the Brahma is the creator of the world, where he created the whole world and the universe. So here, the Brahma, who is a creator, he created the first man called Manu and the first woman called Shraddha. So the name is Shraddha. Not a Shraddha Kapoor, Shraddha. So this theory states that, so it is an example where in case of Hindu mythology, according to it, where Brahma created a man called Manu and a woman called Shraddha, he created them and later got into the earth, and thereafter the life got to spread or to begin. So this is the theory of special creation. It means it is nothing but the living things got originated only by the creator called God. So God, with his special energy, he created these living beings, and hence the life got originated. So this is the theory of special creation. So now we'll study about the one more theory, that is the name of that theory is panspermia. The second theory is the theory of panspermia. So according to this theory, the thinkers stated that this theory states that they believed where the space or the life forms like a structure, they believed that the spore-like structures, see, the spore-like structures which were in the space, means they were in the other space, they got into the earth in the form of these spore-like structures, and later these spores got germinated into life forms. So according to panspermia, the theory of panspermia, it states that the spore-like structures got into the earth by the outer space, and these spores, after landing to the earth, they got germinated and produced new life forms. And also they believe that these spore-like structures, they used to have a human-like figure out in this part. They do believe that. So this is the theory of panspermia, where the structures or these spores where they came from the outer space and later developed into the earth and began the life origination. So this is the theory of panspermia. And coming to one more theory, that is the spontaneous theory or the spontaneous generation. So the third theory is spontaneous generation. So according to this theory states that the living things occurs spontaneously, suddenly by the non-living materials. So the living things, these living things get originated by the non-living things. Non-living things. How? What is the explanation given to this theory? So according to this theory, for example, we have seen the meat or the flesh of the dead organism, means here the living organisms, they develop on the dead and decaying materials. See, for example, if an animal got dead, or if there was the body of the dead animal, on that the microorganisms gets developed and later they leads to their offsprings, and so on the life gets developed or the spreaded. So this is the spontaneous theory. So this theory is nothing but it develops, the living things develops from the non-living things through where they will be dead and decaying materials. So these all three are the theories which were failed to accept. So because we can't believe that we can do imagine, or it is a like superstitious belief that God created man and woman and later they got into life. Okay, then what about the animals and those flowers, plants, right? So the special theory of creation got failed, and also the panspermia and also the spontaneous generation. So these all theories got failed when a scientist called Francisco Redi and also Spallanzani and one more scientist, we all know that, Louis Pasteur, they identified a theory called biogenesis theory. So now we'll study about the theories. So that theory is called as the biogenesis. So the word itself suggests that the life exists only from the pre-existing life, because bio in the sense life, right? So high school also you all have studied about this cell, right? So the theory called cell theory, where it states that all the living organisms, they exist only from the pre-existing cell. So here the scientists like Francisco Redi and also the Louis Pasteur, they did a experiment. So now we'll go on with the posture. So what he did is, he did an experiment. So how he did is, he took a round shaped flask and this was the neck. So in this flask what he did is, he kept the sugar and the dead yeast or the yeast. What he did, he took the sugar and yeast and he kept it in this apparatus. Later he boiled this. Later what he did, he boiled this. After that, after boiling, the neck of this got bent. So neck of this got bent. So for this purpose, this experiment is also called as the swan neck experiment, because it has the shape of swan neck. So after bending, what he did is, he sealed the mouth of this tube. What he did, he sealed it, he covered it. After that, after some time, what he did, he removed this sealed. So after removing sealed, he left it the same way, and after some time again he came and observed there. He noticed the presence of some organisms like mice or maggots. So there were presence of some maggots or the larva-like organisms. So he concluded that here inside is the living thing, right? That is yeast, which was dead, right? And later, when the mouth was unsealed of this flask, the organisms entered into it and there they laid eggs on this yeast, and later those larvae got converted into new offsprings, and this is how the life got originated. So this is why we say that it is a biogenesis, because the life exists only from the pre-existing life. Even as I said, Francis Redi, he also conducted the same experiment by using the 3 jars where he sealed one jar with the paper and one with the cloth, and the one he left free. He did not close the third jar. So later, after some time, he observed that the jar which was exposed to air, there he saw the presence of little larvae or the microorganisms. So later he also concluded that the living organisms or the living things exist only from the pre-existing cells. So these all are the theories of the origin of life. So many of the scientists and also some thinkers, they gave their theories according to their thoughts. So in the next class we'll come up with the chemogenesis, and it is a super duper topic. So till that, stay tuned and have focus on these theories, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and do share it. Thank you everyone.